Welcome back to Chapter. Today we go over Part 1, Chapter 4 of George Orwell's 1984. As always, we'll begin with the plot. We find out that Winston's job is to change what is written in the past to reflect what is going on in the present. He also fabricates a war hero called Comrade Ogilvy. He does this in order to erase the work of Comrade Withers, who has become an unperson and is no longer able to be represented in text. Who knows if Comrade Withers even existed anyway? Next is the setting. The chapter takes place in the Ministry of Truth in Winston's cubicle. It's also ironic that it's called the Ministry of Truth when all they're doing is fabricating lies. The newest character that we're introduced to isn't even real. His name's Comrade Ogilvy. Comrade Ogilvy was made up by Winston, and he's exactly what the party would want in a war hero and someone that they would make Big Brother talk about. He was in the Spies, he was in the Youth League, turned in his uncle for thought crime, was part of the Junior Anti-Sex League, was abstinent, took a vow of celibacy since he thought that marriage and child rearing and family life would get in the way of his obligations to the party, and he died a war hero at the age of 23. A lot of details for someone who didn't even exist. The attention to detail and the amount of passion that Winston put into his made-up Comrade Ogilvy shows just how much Winston takes pride in his work, which is terrifying since he's so against the party, yet he takes pride in fabricating lies for them. There were two themes in this chapter. First was the oppression of writers through the use of newspeak. Newspeak inherently discourages free thought since it makes things bad, ungood, and doublethink. Doublethink itself makes you unable to have free thought. You have to accept two things at once. Are you kidding? The next thing was the alteration of truth. The fact that the party owns what happened in the past. It can change it. History is written by the victor, but we don't expect the victor to keep having to rewrite history to make itself stay the victor. The motif in this chapter is repressed sexuality, as shown in Comrade Ogilvy. The fact that he was completely abstinent and took a vow of celibacy made him a celebrated member of the party. And the porno sec, which is low-quality pornography produced in the Ministry of Truth, which is able to be made but not allowed to be seen, which makes it this unobtainable thing that you know people are sneaking around and doing, and it's almost like the party is setting people up to be captured, arrested, and killed. Well, that was Chapter 4 in Part 1 of George Orwell's 1984. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye! It also makes me think of when, in America, we were going through a very patriotic time. Instead of having French fries, we had freedom fries.